Hello everyone, want to do a quick video for you recapping this week through Thursday. Now how tomorrow ends, which is Friday and options expire, is anybody's guess, but this week has really shocked me. And I want to go over the big news that was a driver this week for SoFi to have a good comeback, and you might want to call it a breakout. We need to recap basically going back from the middle of December up until basically today. And we have earnings coming up at the end of the month, but let's go ahead and talk about where we are and where I think SoFi is going. If you remember, if you just go back 4 days ago, 3.5 if you will, SoFi was roughly right at $14. We started the week at $14. And currently, as the making of this video, which it's about 2:45 Eastern time, my time, and as I was making this video, the stock was trading roughly about 16.30-ish, give or take a nickel, okay, when I started this video. It'll probably be 30 or 40 minutes before I actually get it processed and get it up. But we're basically trading up $2.40 from where we started the week. So let's recap why I think we've gone up so much and where we may be going from here. Okay, when we started the week, we were looking at some big news coming out. We were looking at the CPI data, was not released yet. We were looking at bank earnings, not released yet. And then the CPI data came in, I'm going to call it baby bear. It came in exactly as the market was predicting. So the market doesn't like surprises. So since there was no surprises and it came in exactly as expected, which was considered good, I want to emphasize that. The CPI data that came in, it was considered good, Goldilocks, baby bear, stuff like that. And so the market reacted very positively to that. Now we also had bank earnings, which SoFi is a bank. Now we're hoping that it's going to turn out to be a fantastic fintech bank and supersede, the other banks and what it can do and what it will do. And I think that it will do that. But with SoFi being a bank and the bank earnings coming in good, hot, if you will, and the CPI data coming in good, that basically kickstarted us off, what was it, Tuesday? I guess that was Tuesday. And then today we had more news. Let me back up before I give the news today. We had an analyst come out, and what was his name? William Blair. I don't know who William Blair is, but he's supposed to be a very reputable analyst. And he gave, I think it was him that gave it, pretty sure, gave SoFi a base case of $26 a share. And I think we're riding on that. But more importantly, he also gave a bull case. Looking out and running EBITDA, he came up with roughly, I wrote it down, $35. So, if you look at the stock, basically from here, that is a solid double. That is 100% return, over 100% return if we were to actually get the bull case, or what I like to call the blue sky scenario. The blue sky scenario is basically just, where things are lining up very well. Like this week, it lined up very well with the CPI data. And then the bank earnings coming in very strong. So that makes you think that with SoFi being a bank, that we would also come in strong as well. So leading off of that, SoFi came out this morning and they gave their own press release. And I'm just going to read a small part of it here. I actually have a screenshot, but I'm not going to read the screenshot. Just want to read this so I don't get anything wrong. SoFi's press release today was from PGIM, announced a $525 million securitization agreement signaling continued demand for personal loans. And I'm going to stop the video here and put up the screenshot for you guys. So here's just a screenshot of SoFi and PGIM fixed income announced, and this is for the $525 million. And here's a small part from the press release. It says the transaction follows a $350 million investment from PGIM in May of 2024, and this builds on the $3.9 billion in personal loan collateral SoFi sold or securitized to date through the end of Q3. Okay, so if you put all of this together, where does this put us? This puts SoFi in a very strong position to end the week. Now, personally, we've gone up so much this week, I think there could be a fight tomorrow. We'll just have to see how that plays out. But all of this news, everything doesn't happen all at once. Stocks usually make moves in very large sections, and then, they stay there for a while, they settle, they fall back a little bit, then they regain their footing and they go up. I think this is a continuation from a month ago. If you remember back in December, I think it was around December the 16th, 17th, somewhere in there, SoFi was $17. We closed at like $16.80. We spiked to like $17.40. And so I think this week is going to put up a fight for that. Do we break through that resistance and just shatter that before earnings, or do we just kind of base and settle around this area, and then our next leg up hopefully will come around earnings report? Your guess is as good as mine on that. I really don't know how that's going to play out, and no one really does. But the one thing that seems to be gaining steam here is that SoFi is a player. And being a player, doing what they're doing, just slowly, incremental, building the business, the share price will take care of itself. All right, guys, it's been a good week. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Then I'll do a video tomorrow recapping everything that I've done. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining in, and until next time.